In today's conversation, I sat down with a pair of founders who also happen to be newlyweds, Nima Mousavizadeh and Valeria Ortiz Mousavizadeh of MO Benefits Consultants. Valeria is a returning guest, having been on episode 115 as the founder of Vortiz Insurance, which she retains, and Nima has been an impact player for Journey Payroll and HR since 2021, starting in sales, moving through director to VP to president of strategic growth and a partner before co-founding MO Benefits. When Valeria was on the podcast, we detailed her journey from single mom from Puerto Rico to bilingual Medicare expert in Northern Colorado. In the time since, she added ACA benefits consulting to the practice, and that capability was part of the operational foundation for MO Benefits. In today's conversation, we focused more on Nima's journey, including his roots as the son of a Persian immigrant from a Muslim background and a Catholic mother. His father was aligned with the Shah of Iran and had multiple companies there, and the family struggled as immigrants to the USA and eventually found themselves in Trinidad, Colorado, where Nima grew up. Nima built his skill set as a corporate trainer in South Korea, working especially for Samsung Electronics, and his enthusiasm for relationships and helping people and Valeria's expertise in operations create a great partnership, and the love story is a big bonus to this conversation. So I hope you'll join me and enjoy my conversation with Nima Mousavizadeh and Valeria Ortiz Mousavizadeh. Welcome to the LoCo Experience Podcast. On this show, you'll get to know business and community leaders from all around Northern Colorado and beyond. Our guests share their stories, and through it all, you'll be inspired and entertained. These conversations are real and raw, and no topics are off limits. So pop in a breath mint and get ready to meet our latest guest. Here we are. Welcome back to the LoCo Experience Podcast. My guests today are Nima Mousavizadeh and
Good.
Valeria Ortiz Mousavizadeh.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Newly married about a month ago
Yes.
now, a little
Yeah.
over. So
Yes.
congratulations to you two. Valeria, a
Thank you.
returning guest to the LoCo Experience.
That's right. Happy to be here. Thank
And
you.
Nima, a first-timer.
Yeah, so happy to be here. Thanks
So
for having us.
you
Yeah.
guys recently also not just got married, but you co-founded MO Benefits
Yes.
Consulting.
That's right.
Who wants to describe that?
Yeah, so MO Benefits Consultants, we specialize in an underutilized tool for small group, but also any really sized group in Colorado that really wants that innovative solution for their healthcare benefits. I think there's a lot of frustrated business owners with the options that are out there for
sure.
for especially with under 25 employees.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of
well,
people almost just give up. They're like,
Yep.
well, I guess when I grow bigger, then I can think about this problem.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah, and we founded it because my wife's expertise with the ACA market, which is important to provide this kind of option, and my experience with business owners and what they need.
Okay.
And
So is this an ACA product, but for small business owners? Is
Correct,
that kind of the
yeah.
truth of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
This
said
is the
ICRA.
ACA. Yes.
Yeah, so it's individual coverage health reimbursement arrangement is what it's called, and we have the ICRA acronym for that, and yeah, I think that it's something that people are like, what's an ICRA? I've never heard of it. And we do a lot of education because it's, you need someone that specializes in it in order to really, provide the value that's there within arm's reach. We've just created a specialty in that exact space for employer benefits. And it's been getting a lot of traction. We're
Awesome.
super busy.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is kind of like basically the same as a individual plan that I might buy from ACA.
Correct.
But then there's like an employer reimbursement element to it that maybe gives some tax benefits to the employer or
Yes.
things like that?
That's exactly right. Yeah. Through
Okay.
the ICRA, your employees get to pick whatever ACA plan they want
Okay.
from the marketplace. And with our expertise, we guide them in that. And Nima's job is to help you as an employer to set up that contribution. How much is that? What do you want
Right.
to do? And follow up with all those
And it might be just a flat thing. Every employee gets $500 a month toward their plan,
Correct.
or
Yeah.
depending on how you want to do it.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it gives a lot of freedom to your employees.
Right. Well, and it's also then it creates a tax deductible event, right? Like whereas otherwise, if you just an individual and you buy health insurance, it's like
Right. Exactly.
sorry, that's act for tax.
Yeah. Yep.
It is, and I think that the major benefit with an ICRA is that the premiums that are paid are paid pre-tax. So it's like a traditional group in that way. The employer can also get the tax benefits for year-end tax for their business. And the employer is also paying the premiums on the exchange or the ACA market pre-tax as well. And when you look at that, and then you look at the way that an ICRA is structured compared to a traditional group, it's significantly less. I think that we get a lot of feedback when we are doing a side-by-side comparison of traditional group and the ICRA, how different it really is in good ways, in ways that employers respond to. Yeah.
Yes.
And do the subsidies then that are applied, does that vary based on like the income of the employee and stuff, so that
yes,
like you could give it to everybody, but some people might not get any subsidies toward it.
Right. So that's part of the evaluation when we go through the employees and the census. Depending on your income, you could qualify for APTC, which are the tax credits to pay for your insurance. And if that's the case, you have to go straight with the marketplace and not with the ICRA. But we guide them through all that process. So the employees with us have access to support, whether that is through an ICRA or independently through their APTCs or the tax credits. Yeah.
I could see how that would be really especially cool for, I'm imagining like companies like maid service agencies or stuff where there's maybe a lot of single moms with families that have health insurance needs, but their income still isn't very high because they're spending a lot of time being a mom and stuff, right?
Yes,
and
exactly.
cleaning into the corners.
Yeah, so when we meet with the employees, part of the evaluation is to ask for that AGI, the income for the family.
Sure.
And we input it in our system, and it tells us, no, this person should go with the marketplace directly, or, the contribution from that employer is better. So we help with that transition,
So, Valeria, you've been running Ortiz Insurance, mostly kind of in the Medicare, Medicaid space.
That's correct. Yeah, Medicare individual plans.
Medicare individual plans. Yeah. That's still existing. That didn't get folded into MO benefits or nothing like that. That's still operating.
Yeah, still up and running. Actually, we're just expanding now because with the division of MO benefits and like partnering like this, now we continue to help individuals one-on-one, clients with Medicare, clients with individual plans, families, but then MO benefits is helping the employers getting that business ICRA set up for the employees.
Got it.
So that's what makes it better because we already have the systems in place for individual. We already understand the marketplace, ACA plans, all of that.
And Nima's knowledge kind of working with businesses.
Exactly.
Payroll and other probably HR related benefits and stuff.
Yes.
And so it sounds like you're still friends with Kevin and the crew at Journey.
Of course. That's always loved my Journey family over there. And I'm still a shareholder and I'm just proud of the legacy that I created while I was there for 5 years. And still to this day, I can still help people with connecting them with accountants and of course connecting them with Journey for payroll services around the nation. Yes. The one thing that struck me over the years is how much there is a need for innovation, for benefits, even more than payroll, even though there's a great need for great service in that area.
Sure.
There's so many nonprofits and for-profit companies that have just given up on trying to provide benefits. And what they end up doing, Kurt, is that they just give a stipend. They're like, look, I can't afford any of this. Like, just go and figure it out.
Yeah. And then the people are like, it's too complicated. I don't want to go figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't even know who to talk to. Yes. And I'm probably not going to find the best solution for me because I'm just a one person now that has a really hard time catching the attention of the marketplace.
Yes.
I mean, if you imagine a business owner, they're just trying to do the right thing, right? They have a set contribution that they can give their employees, their 5 or 10 employees, and they just want to do that, and they want that to make a difference for their employee. But if a business owner is providing a stipend, the problem is that that's post-tax. So when you just hand a stipend, like everything is post-tax, both on your side and when they pay their premiums, it's also post-tax.
Right.
So you're removing 30% of what you're trying to do as a business owner by just providing a stipend. When it comes to an ICRA, we're able to to get those payments done for premiums on the employer and employee side pre-tax. So obviously the money goes longer when you're doing something pre-tax, but also for a business owner, you want to reduce the overall payroll amount that has unemployment insurance pulled out of it, that has SUTA and FUTA implications. Okay, so you're reducing the overall payroll to be taxed also when you have, this setup with an ICRA. And, the employer is relieved because they don't own the plan. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I don't have to be the middleman.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest benefits of an ICRA is that they don't have to be administering the plan, and they don't have to be hit with those renewals. Yeah. Which if you've tried to offer,
then you just okay, I'm stopping my reimbursement for this person, but they can still keep their health plan,
and they can keep their plan, which is another thing for the employee.
Right.
Because sometimes, especially if you have to be,
you'll stay with a shitty job just so you don't lose your health insurance.
Literally,
a lot of people out there have done so.
That's right. So with this option, the plan is yours. You can get the reimbursement or pay it in full if you're let go or you just want to part ways. The plan is yours. You're not going to get or be without insurance because you're terminating a job.
So is this business who's doing the stuff, and is it just the two of you right now?
Okay.
Will you be hiring?
So I think that it's important to kind of get a background story of how we landed here, right? What is it that so what is it that got us to this point, as a married couple and as professionals? And I think that
should we set the stage even going back to when Valeria was on? She was a very eligible single lady, very beautiful.
No longer. No longer.
We even talked about her
ring to prove it, so we're good.
But maybe Valeria, could you set the stage from there almost?
Oh my gosh! How far do you want me to go?
Meet? Was it a online thing?
No.
Friends of friends?
Well, we met networking.
Sure, that makes sense. I've seen you both on networking.
Oh yeah, so we are both very active networking in the community. But believe it or not, this is a story that Nima doesn't like me to say very much. But the first time I met Nima,
I love those kind of stories.
The first time I met Nima, it was in a networking event, and he didn't even notice me. I talked to him, asked for information, but at that
thought he was gay. I thought that at first too. A fancy dress all the time. He's so dapper.
Oh my God, he's so tall, and I'm trying to be like, hey, this is me, Valeria Ortiz. But no, nothing. No, I didn't need payroll at that time, so I don't know. But he literally didn't remember me. He doesn't remember me at that time. And then after a year after.
Oh wow.
I got invited to a BNI, one of those BNIs meetings, and I walk into the room, and the first person I see is him, and I was like, "Here you are," because after a whole year, we never crossed paths in networking, and we sat down and look at pictures, and we were at the same event sometimes, but we never saw each other.
Interesting.
It was crazy. So then after a year, I was like, "Oh, here you are. Now I need a payroll, for real."
And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, she doesn't have a ring on. She's single. So I was thinking about what I can do to hey, do you need a consultation for payroll? And then she came up to me and she was like, I need some help. And I was like, oh, I don't have to go through that in my mind, with what I was.
Was it just kind of online Donkey Kong from there?
Yeah, I did some evaluation and realized that the firm that she was with was doing a lot of things right. Had a close relationship with that accounting firm that was doing her payroll, and reached out to a buddy of mine over there and said, look, I think that she's happy with the payroll part, but what she's not happy with is the particular accountant that she had there at the time. Okay. And I was able to put a good word in to get her accountant switched out at that firm, and that's when she was like, oh, you really helped me, you really helped me. And then eventually I was just like, actually, payroll is cool and all, but do you mind if I take you to dinner? And then she said, no.
No,
I don't mind.
I didn't want to hear no at that moment. So I was happy that she said yes with a no, I guess.
Well, we saw each other that same day in another networking event that night. So that same day, and I was like, oh, second time, hey. And then that's when he asked, and I was like, no.
Yeah. No, I don't mind. 'Cause she saw the look on my face, and she was like,
and I was like, communication problems already.
Yeah,
You're
the problems. I'm like, no, we're not. We're not. We're good.
Starting over.
Yeah,
like, you asked me
we
if
are.
I mind.
How is this first date?
Right.
For realsies.
I really felt immediately that this woman is a completely different category of
This is an
any woman
opportunity.
I've dated before. So I really just wanted to pull out all the stops and called her, and then realized that even though I gave her my number, she didn't save it because she answered with like her Vortiz Insurance business voice. Hello, this is Vortiz Insurance. I'm like, this is my personal line. Like, did you not
save my number?
save my number? And she's like, no, I didn't save the number because it was 2 weeks before we could schedule our date. And I was like, that's too long, with a woman like this. Like, we got to have I got to touch base and make sure that things are still good. And I just asked her if she had any dietary restrictions, and then she was like, really? Like, you're really gonna ask me? No, I eat everything or whatever. And then set up a date at actually one of my favorite places in all of Colorado. One of my favorite bars. I like a classy bar, and you wouldn't know it by the name, but in Longmont, the West Side Tavern is one of my favorite places.
Yes.
And we had just a magical date, first date.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it was like a speakeasy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where you're upstairs at the bar, and then somebody comes and escort you to this room like downstairs, and I was like, where are we going? This is like it was a
Very
risky
serious.
decision.
Yes.
Because I feel like if you're gonna be putting on a first date just us in a room like just to talk, it's risky, right? Because if we don't connect,
can't even talk about other people.
right? There's no people watching.
No
Whatever.
TV on there. No sports ball.
And I gotta say, Nima is the first person that only speaks Spanish or only speaks English that I dated. So I was so worried because I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to understand his jokes or whatever.
Whatever. Your English is amazing.
Well, thank you, but it's different.
It is now, but I mean, 10 years ago you had very little, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So I was so worried, but no, we never stopped talking, laughing, and he's so funny. So we connected. I was like, oh, this gringo, look.
I don't think that was actually one of the reasons I called you for the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Because you're not really a gringo. You're
Not
a Persian.
gringo. He's Persian.
You're right.
So you have such a funny name.
Yeah.
Mousavizadeh.
So half Persian. My father's from Iran. My mother born in London.
Okay, so that
with
does kind of make you gringo. Like
a little bit
that's
gringo.
like extra
Half gringo.
white. From England proper.
Yeah.
For Puerto Ricans, everybody speaks English only as a gringo.
Anybody that doesn't speak
fair.
Spanish is a gringo,
Is a
pretty much.
gringo, yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought you were more focused on like the north of the border whiteys.
No, if you
which I guess
speak
we both
English,
are.
you're gringo. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
fine.
Fair.
No, but no, super happy to just to go on a date and get to know this person. I think that the most important thing for me was like Nima. This is a huge opportunity to really connect with someone who, she started her agency as a professional 12 years ago. And, she went from Puerto Rico to Greeley.
Right.
And then built her agency changing one life at a time. And I think that now...
While working at a call center at the beginning, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And now her agency is to the point where, and we talked about my Journey family, and I'm so grateful for my time there and all the work and amazing, connections and opportunities we created together. But at some point, it's like, okay, well, we're getting married, and guess who needs Nima for business development? Like, I know Journey needs Nima, but what about your family's legacy? And like, I can't build it further than here. So then they got me to consider.
Sorry, Journey. I got like more.
I mean, you're the wife.
Powers.
I love Trinidad, actually. Don't get me wrong, but
You can't compete.
but we're not married. So-
I'm Puerto Rican.
But I think that it matters to me that I was able to maintain and continue to keep my relationships with my Journey family strong and continue to help businesses in the community and still be involved in referring great clients and great partnerships to Journey. But in the end, I can stay shareholder and do that as an independent as an independent contractor, and then put my full focus in to being the best partner to my wife that I possibly could be. And she's established in Medicare for many years. I mean, there's organizations that refer her that I'm just like, I'm amazed at the organizations that refer her that really just trust her over anyone, even internally. And it just blew me away. So I can contribute to partnerships that affect the community, where we can bring people into our consulting, where we know that we have 12 years of experience. Like, there's just no one better at doing it than my wife. Sure. I mean, literally, there's not in Colorado
for a long time.
And then there's something that I realized, because out of the 600 or so payrolls in northern Colorado that I've been involved in building, it's just the same story, is that these small group benefits are just like impossible to access. And it's like, how do we help those people? So that's when I researched and found ICHRA, and then I realized that because during the Medicare enrollment process, like, you're dealing with a senior and their families, and when you're enrolling a senior in Medicare, but what about their family members that don't have insurance? Like, you need to have ACA market coverage to help them. So that's why she's been involved with the last 5 years of the ACA market and becoming an expert. And then I realized, but that is exactly...
These other parts of the family aren't covered.
Yeah.
Yes, I got you your Medicare, but
what about
daughter,
the wife, the 62?
And your kids that have kids too.
Correct. Yes.
Cool.
So it was
I didn't really realize that transition.
Yeah, it was part of the need. I mean, we just getting referrals and having to find somebody else. And
sorry to cut you off, Nima.
No, you're good. So as I start to think about collaboration with my wife, as such a well-established professional and thought leader in the Medicare space, what is it that I can contribute, as a partner? And I think that I can definitely contribute to, helping, agents under her, be better and strategize for how they can be successful. I can also go out in the community and consult and really bring more Medicare people to the door for Vortiz Insurance. But, with my time in payroll and small business, I really wanted to fill that need of there just isn't an option for medical insurance as a small business owner. Like, how is this problem really solved? And then a light bulb went off, and I said, well, look, the ICHRA process, what is it? It's actually a Medicare evaluation. Like, that's really what it is, but it's for employees that are under 65 for health insurance. So when I realized the similarity there, because when there's some amazing brokerages out there, Sage Benefits, Shirazi Benefits, there's some amazing brokerages out there that offer some amazing traditional group plans. But it's hard to pass the savings on when you don't have a system to deal with the different kinds of structure that an ICHRA presents. If you think about it, a business owner is going to be able to offer, United plan for everyone, and then maybe one other one, right? But besides that, they're not going to be able to customize it. When it comes to, what we're able to offer, it would be time consuming if my wife did not come up with operational procedure that works for Medicare that now we've adapted to ICHRA, because we can do an AGI meeting where we're looking at family.
Doesn't pay that much, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Although I want to interject here.
Yeah,
Wasn't there like a big scandal where a lot of ACA applications and stuff were like not real or something?
Oh, well, that happens. Yeah, not in Colorado though.
Okay.
But Colorado is a state-based marketplace. So to be able to enroll people and sell through the Connect for Health Colorado, they need to be state certified. So they're pretty strict on everything like that. But yeah, states like Florida and Texas.
I heard there was like tens of thousands of people that, I have ACA coverage. I didn't even know. Somebody told me to sign here or something, and they got a $500 commission, and I never got any health benefits because I didn't know I had them.
Yeah, exactly. No, that did happen. Not in Colorado, though.
Okay, good. Anyway, sorry.
Thankfully.
I was remembering that story a little bit, but obviously when you're working with businesses, and then, that's what I wanted to know is how do you get paid? Your MO benefits gets paid on an individual basis for each of those plans, and then does the employer also pay a little bit for the the reimbursement kind of
systems.
stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So we do have some administration fees to manage that ICRA and manage all of your employees and all that. So that goes to MO benefits, and then also the plans per se. So everybody enrolls in a different plan. We get a per member per month commission on that. So we also
And the
send
sign-up's
that.
the hard part, and then after that, you just kind of
just follow up
a revenue stream, kind of make sure they're in the
Correct.
same plan.
Well, it's
Should
tough
be
because if you offer a traditional group plan, you don't have to meet with each individual employee. If there's 50 employees, you got to meet with each individual employee and their families. I mean, you really have to have a system because from what I've seen, it's 20 to 30% less because of what's called reinsurance in Colorado, where all the carriers on the ACA market, they came together and they're like, we need insurance for catastrophic claims.
Right.
And then they pooled this
we
money
can
together.
self-insure for the small pool, but we
Yeah.
can't have $1 million cancer thing. It'll just
Right.
wreck our pool.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to wreck Aetna or whomever that provider is, right? So they all got together and they're like, look, to keep all the premiums low, let's just have this pool of money where any catastrophic claims from any of these carriers get pulled through this pool. And what that allows is that for ICRAs in Colorado, like it's significantly less amount for a comparable ICRA as it is for a comparable traditional group. Like it's going to be less with an ICRA every time in Colorado. If you look at that, and
So
that's
far.
really the benefit. Yeah, so far.
So far.
But it's a dramatic difference in
Yes.
cost.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Huh.
No, but definitely. I mean, insurance is expensive, right? It is expensive for everyone to be insured. But through the individual marketplace and through an ICRA, the employee now gets to choose. So if you're a 21-year-old that never goes to the doctor and you have an ICRA reimbursement and you want to pay only $30 out of your paycheck to have a bronze high deductible plan, you can do that. But if you have family and you have medical conditions or whatever, then you can go with the gold plan and pay a little bit more for that, right? So it's super, we love to serve these families and really find them what's the right thing. And that's what's driving this
Well, I like
new
what Nima said about
division.
your history in navigating the Medicare process. And do we want Part B, Part D, all that kind of stuff? It's the same kinds of questions
Exactly.
that ACA requires too.
Yeah, it definitely syncs with everything that we're doing with the ICRAs. And we have a team. So it's not just me anymore. We have a team. We have 3 employees that are working constantly with us.
Oh, that's your back office, basically.
Yeah,
now.
they're customer service, referring you to where you need to go, or
Very cool.
finding you that specialist in your network, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then we have sales support that is there to enrollment support, doing applications, helping us with answering questions about the enrollments and things like that. Yeah, so we're growing, and
Yeah, what I was going to say was, what's
Mm-hmm.
growth look like for MO benefits in particular? Because I guess before we do that, Vortiz.
Yeah.
What's your team over there now? You got a number of sales agents around the regions?
Yeah, so we went through a transition of and changing some things because we grew too fast.
You had some people in Colorado Springs. You were doing this, and maybe a Pueblo person.
Yes.
I forget exactly, but
we grew very fast all of a sudden, and we had a bunch of agents, and we really weren't.
A couple of them were good, and most of them were not.
How do you know?
How did you know? Like that.
So we weren't the right fit
And
for
you gave
some
a
of
whole
them.
bunch to the ones that were bad, but it turned out they were just bad. Maybe they'll find a better career elsewhere somewhere, but it's not.
We weren't the right fit for them, so we had to kind of like reorganize everything.
Yeah.
So now we have a team of 4 independent agents out in the community, and kind of like supporting them.
All more Northern Colorado based.
Well, no, actually
Denver as well?
Denver
Okay. Yeah,
and Northern Colorado. So we are, growing that side, and then also we have 2 employees on our side doing customer service.
Gotcha.
So we are
that's
growing.
managed kind of the
Yes.
existing.
Yes.
That's the account managers basically from that perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
And Mo Benefits is
And what
growing.
does Mo Benefits look like in the
Yeah.
future? Is that
Yeah.
more back of the house, and Nima just goes and rings doorbells and kisses hands and shakes baby? Valeria takes care of him and trains the team.
I'm really lucky. My time, being in Northern Colorado and helping small businesses for as long as I have. There's many amazing relationships that I've built with organizations that really care about, value first initiatives to anyone who contacts. I mean, Fort Collins Area Chamber, Windsor Chamber, Better Business Bureau are good examples, and we just partner with them for opportunities to spread the word, hey, this is an option. Have you heard that this is an option?
Yeah.
And anytime we want to be able to side by side compare, okay, so this is the traditional group in Colorado with 8 employees, and this is the ICRA. And it's like, it has a dramatic effect when people really realize how it works.
Well, and it's funny, my personal political philosophies are largely kind of libertarian. I think the government shouldn't really be in there and stuff. And it's like, well, if it's there, go get you some. Otherwise, you're the sucker. Like,
you have to work within the system that exists, right?
No, I mean, but it's a subsidized healthcare program.
Oh,
basically,
yeah, the ACA.
Especially if you're in an industry that struggles to pay competitive wages for the cost of living in northern Colorado.
Correct.
You know, like those maid agencies or like any restaurant or retail business that struggles to give benefits. You know, here's a lot easier way to do it, maybe.
Yes, and we try to encourage employers, hey, if you have a budget for insurance, whatever it is, let us know, because a lot of employees now, or families in general, not only employees, are losing the credits. The credits are just getting lower and lower in income.
Right.
So you can be $50,000 and you don't qualify for any credits. And how can you afford a $500 a month insurance? You know. So we encourage, if you have but even if it's $200 a month, $150, that's better than nothing, and your employees will be able to pay some and then have the insurance.
And you can set that reimbursement up basically however you want to.
Pre-tax, So pre-tax on both sides.
Like a health savings account kind of thing that the premium
it is. ICRA, it comes from it's a type of.
Or it goes through payroll. It's a reimbursement through payroll, almost.
So the payroll deduction profile is created from whatever the difference is from the employer contribution versus what the actual plan cost is, right? So the employer contribution is $400, but the plan is $475. So then we have a $75 payroll deduction for that 2-week pay period or whatever, right? So so
that's what you're talking about that comes off of the taxable payroll.
The payroll.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. So that's what kind of where payroll is connected to it, is that we always want to make sure that we get the correct payroll deductions for the plan, the individual plan. And the customization of this is really what makes it stand out. When people realize that, look, with this contribution, I can get at a lower cost than if I was outside this business, I can get a really great plan that's customized to me. I mean, there's 40 or 50 different plans to choose from.
And is this like HMO, PPO, different things?
Well, the marketplace is HMO only, but every company. So you can do Anthem, Kaiser, United, whatever it is.
Select Health.
Yeah. Yeah. And we also see the participation increases. So we met with groups that have been offering traditional group for years.
Right.
They pay thousands of dollars and only 5% of their workforce uses it because it's too expensive and nobody wants it.
Well, and if I leave, it'll lose it anyway.
Yeah. So they with moving into an ICRA, now the employees are like, oh, this is not that bad, and I have a low deductible plan. I can use that, right? So then they increases the participation of the employees. Yeah.
And on that point, it's important to know that. So we talked about before that the credits are based on the AGI. So if someone loses their job, their AGI changes.
Oh, sure.
Then we can evaluate them to keep the plan that they were in when they were employed as they transition out.
Now they don't make any money.
Well, it depends on what credit that they qualify for, but I mean that part is a really cool feature of an ICRA.
Yeah.
You seemed like you had a story around that or something.
No. I was just like thinking on the families. We have a family that, like you said, that one of the employees, the whole group, nobody qualifies for the APTCs or the tax credits.
Okay.
But one employee particularly, she has 3 kids and single mom, and she pays like $70 a month for insurance.
Right.
Instead of paying, $400 or whatever.
Least, yeah.
So we were able to help her, and
it's a big change for her.
Yes, and it's wonderful. And then the employer, in this case, is a nonprofit. They're so happy that I think all the employees have insurance, whether that is through their spouse or through us. So we just love it to be able to find that right fit. Yeah.
And there's no minimum enrollments, right? So that's the problem with traditional group. Is
if you got 4 employees, you can still do this.
I mean, it's
one.
It's one non-owner W-2, and then it's worth looking into an ICRA because there could be like genuine benefits and no no limitations on enrollments and administration stuff,
Yeah.
I dig it. We've been kind of delving into the why some with you, and we actually have a sponsor here at the LoCo Experience. It's Purpose-Driven Wealth Management.
Cool.
And so we have purpose-driven questions.
Oh, okay.
It seems like a good time to maybe ask some purpose-driven questions.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you to Purpose-Driven Wealth of Thrivent for sponsoring our Purpose-Driven Questions segment. At Purpose-Driven Wealth, they believe financial clarity leads to a life of contentment and purpose. Their mission is to help guide clients using a values-driven, stewardship-based approach focused on provision, contentment, and enjoyment. With more than a century of experience, Thrivent helps individuals and families navigate life and business transitions and prepare for the future while creating space to live generously and give back in meaningful ways. To learn more about Purpose-Driven Wealth, please call 970-330-7411 for a complimentary initial consultation. And now, on to the questions. This one might be appropriate. And you can do either or both on these. Can you describe a business decision you've made that didn't make sense on paper, and what was the result?
Ooh.
Do you want to take this one, or do you want me to?
Let me think.
So
We make so many decisions.
I know. So I think that
I have one.
when I'll go. So when I first started working with Valeria, I realized that when you have someone that has so much experience and trust and just has the kind of knowledge where any question is immediately going to be addressed and we're going to be able to guide someone, it's easy to build your operations and your business completely around that. Okay. But actually,
But you still want to be able to take your wife on a vacation.
I mean, the thing is that what I found out is that we make more money with freeing up her time. So anytime I free up her schedule, then our company can make more money. Anytime that I put more on her plate, it just doesn't work because she's already, the reason why she's limited with how she's grown before I came is because she's maximized her time already, right? So I think that would be an example of what you're talking about. I thought it's a good idea let's build the business around her expertise. And I'm like, actually, we need to train people to do what she's doing so we can free up her schedule. And it's part of scaling, it's a different animal.
Yeah, we are growing so fast, and I feel like it's a blessing, but at the same time, it's like, oh my God, how are we gonna handle this?
Do you have a next person that you would add to your team?
Yes, we are actually in that process. Yeah,
already, just back office support mostly, kind of.
Yeah, stuff. Enrollment and the sales part is what we need the most.
Okay.
Yeah,
yep.
We're growing. It's just
People
hard to find the right person, and you go through those trial and see exactly.
That was my question here was going to be is how do you evaluate kind of that right personness?
Yeah.
Mm.
What's your kind of a values evaluation with teammates? The ones that
they need
really
to be male. No, I'm just kidding. No, we have a really amazing, talented rock star female. But that's pretty rare. I think that
Really?
Yeah, I think that that just with the way Valeria is, it's hard for women other than the amazing rock star we have right now. I think it's harder to work with women in the office because they're always looking at Valeria and it's like, how can they compare? Yeah, and men are a little bit like, what do I need to do? Tell me what to do.
I don't think it's that much. It's more that I am very straightforward, and I am not going to just sugarcoat things.
Right.
So I feel like, and I raised boys.
It's kind of partly cultural and partly raising boys.
I raised boys. I grew up with two brothers. I'm always around boys.
And so you're making all these ladies cry.
Exactly.
It's basically what I'm hearing. And they can't handle it.
I'm like,
you can't handle the truth. It's like your job.
But I have wonderful team members that are female, so we do great. It's just that sometimes it's like, I wish I could just say it like this, but I have to really think about it.
You know what's funny is I actually, I haven't shared my superpowers with everybody, but beautiful women love me in general. It's kind of like...
That's a pretty cool superpower, dude.
For sure. Well, I'm married for 23 years, and partly because I don't do anything gross. I don't make any moves. I'm not crude. Maybe I say inappropriate things, but that's just conversational. And I find that I actually work way better surrounded by beautiful women.
Okay, you
Like
see,
my
we
best-
all have
my
like
best
Is there anyone that doesn't work better in that environment?
Well, yes.
Yes. I can't even talk to them because
Yeah.
they're all, oh, you're so pretty, I can't even talk to you. I have that, and that's part of why I work well with.
We all have our
And it doesn't mean
way,
they're beautiful, like supermodels or whatever. They're just radiant, smart
Beautiful aura people. Yeah.
people like that.
yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
sometimes they're 70 years old, and sometimes they're, 19, and it's their first job. But I don't know what that dynamic is.
Yeah.
I think I like being the alpha male, and I'm kind of skinny. I'm not really suited for alpha in most circumstances. And so,
you're not. Yeah, we can handle it.
I don't know. I get along great with a lot of men.
Yeah.
But when it comes to workplace environments, I've just kind of always, like, I worked in banking to begin my career, where it was like 3 boys and 26 ladies. But the boys
okay.
were all the bosses, so that was nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was looking for a
No.
reaction there.
it's okay. It's okay. But now, women, we are.
You're going to rule the world. Like,
We are the
10 more years,
world,
you're
yes.
basically
Yes.
going to be telling all the men what to
Yeah. No, and the thing is, what the hard part of this is so. You need so much time to have an employee fully ready. This is not something I can teach you in a week, right?
do. It's so hard.
It is takes 6 months to a year for you to really understand what we do, how we do it, do it
Why we
right,
do it
why,
different than other people.
that. So it's like that thing. You're like, is this the right person? Like, am I really investing and it's gonna work? Or
Yeah. So how do you know, I guess?
well, I still don't know.
Sometimes you don't.
I think that's
Just have to go over the process. Yeah.
yeah. If we
You can't dump them out of the boat too early. You got to give them a little time.
Exactly.
I mean,
You
they have
trust
to
the
feel it out,
process.
right?
Yeah.
They have to feel it out. I think that, do they have, because in the end, as I mentioned before, we hire with a very specific objective in mind. And that is, we need to offload things from my wife's plate,
Sure.
okay, for things to work, because I need her for operations.
Yep.
She's an operations queen. She has no more bandwidth. So when we're looking for a hire, man or woman, like, they've got to be able to pick things up really quickly. And they have to be, like, operationally savvy. They've got to be self-starters.
It has to make sense to them, some of the stuff that you've
Right.
done. In the
And the customer service aspect of it with the sales touches and making sure to be in compliance and to be good with how you're processing questions and going through guidance. All that stuff is something that we take really seriously. It's taken her blood, sweat, and tears and single mom, working vibes for a really long time to get things the way they are. So really, like, just getting that employee to the place where we know that they're independent and they're doing the things that Valeria would be doing in that moment, even though they might not have the entire skill set, right? Because, I mean, it's rare, honestly. But even if it's some portions of it where we can start to remove, her actions or her tasks, then that's super valuable to the firm if we can trust that someone will do that when no
also,
one's looking.
Yeah. Anyone knows Nima. I mean, he will grow this thing in 3 months, and we're going to be needing 7 people to.
Perhaps.
I mean, he goes 1,000,000 miles per hour.
Yes.
So we are super excited, but at the same time, it's like, okay, we need to start hiring now. Like, let's not wait.
Yeah.
Because he is definitely doing a great job with his MO benefits and growing the ICRAs and spreading the word and finding those business owners that want to start, offering these benefits. And again, this is not just one Medicare client. This is a group of 25 that we have to now evaluate, right?
Yeah, you're selling in clumps of 10 and 20 now instead.
Exactly.
Right?
So we are excited.
Every time you catch a big fish, your team largely processes the fish. Kind of, right?
Exactly. So yeah, he's bringing a lot of fish.
I'm so grateful that I've developed such amazing relationships with so many, business owners and, organizations that care about the same things that I do, that are ethically aligned. And really all I had to do is just walk in there and say, look, this is really an option.
Yeah.
And I believe that you should get behind a sales strategy of something that's truly like speaks for itself as far as the value.
Yeah.
Like all we do is educate.
If I've got something I believe in, I can sell it pretty good.
Yes.
If I don't have something, I've worked for banks where at the time I just really didn't believe they were headed the right direction and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do a good job about it.
And I would even say that selling, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but for me, I trust a business owner to do the right thing for them with the right information.
Well,
so for me, it's not selling; it's literally educating on the option.
Selling is helping is the first.
Selling is helping, man. You got it. Yeah.
And it's hard to do if you don't trust your organization to deliver the goods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
And so that's
the business idea
not
is
really a sales job.
Yeah, the business idea is how am I providing real value, like something that is going to change the person that I'm talking to, change their situation in a positive way. And if you have that, you're going to be successful.
My employees with health insurance for half of what I thought I was going to have to spend.
Correct.
Or something.
Yes.
Not quite.
Well,
but it's dramatically
sometimes
different.
It is.
But they didn't know.
Sometimes it
Depends
is.
on your
For one thing,
contribution.
they didn't know what they were going to have to spend, and so they've been avoiding even looking at it.
Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
We have a group of 4 people, and this particular employer was giving them a stipend of $300 per person.
Okay.
And we came in and said, let's do an ICRA, and we'll match it to the $300. We actually lower it to like $275, and we'll do that for them. When we really look at the group, 2 of the employees qualify for APTCs.
Right.
So they didn't need to be part of it. Now she's paying less than half of what she was giving, and everybody has insurance.
Yeah, and 2 of them get it for free.
Exactly. So,
And she gets the tax benefits of all
and
that.
she's getting all
and
that.
her payroll taxes are lower.
Exactly. So you see, now it depends on your group, and we love it that there's no minimums. So even if we have groups, there's just one person. And because the owner is they have their own individual plan, but the employee needs it. So again, it's very flexible. We love it. We found that so useful for all the business owners that we are helping. Yeah.
So I want to get into one more question on the purpose-driven. Let's talk about perspectives, especially like integrity, decision making. Like what you've both kind of shared some things that are very kind of thoughtful of ethics and what's the right thing to do by people and stuff. What's your anchor when it comes to that?
I think that that people have a very short-term mentality when it comes to this, okay? And they're thinking in the short term, okay? Let me give you an example. So there's so many people that I've met when I was in the payroll world for so long that, there's 7 employees and they have a 401k. Sure. And it's like, look, a simple is going to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, and the yearly cost is so much less. But someone was looking short term at the money that they could make by guiding the 7-employee company into a 401k, because 401k is a buzzword. And people want to use it.
Here's a couple of things that you can say that somebody will say, okay, sure.
But where's the relationship? Once that person realizes that they could have had something that provided at less cost to them, like what does that do for your relationship long term? It's not worth damaging it by getting some money short term. And I think that the people that I align with in the community understand that a company can make money and find win-wins in every engagement. And that's the philosophy that I have, is that I'm going to provide value well before you're my client. You can be someone in educational that's there digitally. You can be there while I do an educational on whatever it is I'm doing.
Sure.
You can be there and you can get value. I can meet you one-on-one and really just let you know that, oh my gosh, that Medicare plan that you're in, I know that it's the most amazing one. Like I really feel great about the broker that you have right now. That's not us. Okay. So whatever it is, what matters is that the people will remember the advertising that we have as individuals, and we're not Nike and we don't have $1 billion, is these little differences that we can make in these people's lives that genuinely need it, and stepping into that space and helping them well before their clients is a very overlooked strategy for business that's wildly successful. If you look at, organizations that have made a big difference.
Add value first.
You want to, they hold back. Oh, you're not my client, so I'm not going to tell you all the benefits. I really
talk to your person.
I really fight against that.
You're not going to move your investments to me. Well, then I'm not going to tell you about all these stupid things that they're
I
doing.
really fight against that kind of mentality. Like, just open the floodgates and help those people in every way you can in those engagements. And oh my gosh, will they tell people how you help them? And when there's an opportunity for reciprocity, then you're going to be top of mind for that. And you know, that's at least on my side.
I want to let you have space to add it. You can go completely off.
Yeah, I mean, whoever knows Nima, I mean, he's a great person. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Like, he has such a good heart, and like, he just serves people. I know his answer was very business oriented, but he has a genuinely good heart. Like, he's never gonna lie or hide something or not
And
tell
why?
you the truth or
Doesn't make me feel good.
All right.
himself.
Yeah.
So it's also part of that values that he grew up with his mother and what he has, you know, in his core of just you do the right thing for people, and that's it. Like, whether that is beneficial for you or not, you do what's right. And in our side, I mean, I'm a Christian, and I believe that what I give is going to come around at some point, right? Blessings will just come. So we just serve. We do what's right. We tell you all the secrets
Love
or
your neighbor
whatever.
kind of style.
Yeah, and things will come back around. And if it's not you as our client, you probably send somebody, because that's how we gain the trust, by telling you the truth, guiding you the right way without causing problems. And I always say we don't like not happy clients. So me switching you just to get that sale or whatever, and putting you on a crappy plan, or
There's so many terrible opportunities to hurt somebody while making money.
Exactly.
There really are.
In the professional industry,
yes. And especially in an industry like this, everybody's so confused about everything.
Yeah.
So it's easy to just say, oh, yeah, sign here, it'll be great.
Yeah.
But we base all of our engagements with education. If you ask our clients or people, we educate first before we even sell anything. We wanted you to make sure you are making the decision and you are understanding what you're doing.
Yep.
And empowering, because first of all, I'm in peace that you know your options and you chose this crappy plan. That's on you. And second of all, then you don't call me that much, because
Actually makes sense. Yes, I don't have to freaking hold your hand this whole time forever and ever. Amen.
so we save money that way, and we feel at peace. We can sleep and be like, okay, this family is taken care of.
I like it.
Yeah.
I just had the crew from Fort Collins Heating and Air on, and they were like, after they install a new furnace unit kind of thing, then like a couple days, maybe a week, maybe more in the busy season, then somebody comes out for like 3 or 4 hours and like checks your whole thing, make sure it's working, it's like it's supposed to be, and stuff. And that's a big investment.
Oh yeah,
right? You got to send somebody over there to do all that stuff, and like, you don't get called back a week later out of the random either.
Yes,
you know, because you made it work right away.
You have a system. Yes. So that's how we do it and why we do it. It's just to keep everybody. Yeah.
I'm gonna call a break, and when we come back, we are going to go in the time machine and go to first grade age Nima.
I love that.
This episode is sponsored by LoCo Think Tank. LoCo Think Tank provides peer collaboration for business owners. We build smart, safe places to help business leaders navigate every stage of the business journey, and we love what we do and who we do it with. Our model features give-back-minded business veterans in the role of LoCo facilitators, and we're always looking for abundance-minded individuals to add to our membership, facilitator team, LoCo community, or to feature on this podcast. Listeners of this podcast who go on to become members of LoCo Think Tank get their 6th month of membership for free. Just mention the LoCo Experience podcast on your application. To learn more, visit our website at locothinktank.com. That's LOCO thinktank.com.
I can work while you drive. I'll do operations.
That's more efficient.
It scares you when she drives when you're in the car too.
Only in Puerto Rico, my man. She scared me in Puerto
She
Rico.
was
I'm like,
confident. That was worse.
Yeah.
I really want you to drive, because like, you need to drive right now because there's too many people trying to get us one place or the other. And then she's like, fine. And then she gets in the driver's seat, and I'm like, I am white knuckling over here. And then I was like, please stop over here. And then she stopped. I'm like, you got to get out right now. Like, I've got to get back.
Now I'm mad and driving.
Yeah, I'm like, you can be mad in the passenger seat and not in the driver's seat. Yeah. How
do you like Puerto Rico?
Man, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's I I love dancing my whole life, but mostly it's like electronic music.
Okay.
But
I remember
and like
that
freestyle hip hop
you're a big
dancing.
dance kind of girl too, right? Yeah.
But kind of when we first started dating, she was like telling me that, Latino music, like you should approach it, like trying to tell me gently,
Trying to
like
do
this
some
is really a
salsa,
necessity. Like we got to figure this out. And
second date.
and then
Like, I don't have time to waste. Like,
If you're not gonna like the salsa, then you're gonna have to
let
find
me
some
know
other
now.
spicy pepper to find.
and there's this ignition with my interest that happened with salsa, merengue, and bachata. And
Okay.
We took lessons.
The rest is history.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
We took lessons every week for like 6 months.
Nice.
We went dancing sometimes twice a week. And now we dance salsa. I mean, our first dance at a wedding was salsa.
Oh, so fun.
So we dance. We love
She's
to
incredible,
dance.
though. Like, I just want to make
Right.
sure that
You
she's
just-
not bored.
You just want to look worthy.
All right. Like, I just want to make sure
being
that,
on the dance floor
that
with.
But I mean, he's a tall man. It's just
Right.
like, just stand there.
You
and
just
like,
stand, you spin me around.
you'd be surprised how stupid you can look as a tall man that does not understand salsa. You can look like an idiot, but I'm
He does a pretty
intermediate.
good job.
I'm intermediate
awesome.
now, so I'm happy to approach that and be creative out there with her.
You guys
yeah.
both probably know Andrew Johnson.
Of
Oh,
course,
yes.
he's a
So,
legend.
Love
he
him,
was on
yeah.
the podcast just a couple
I
weeks ago.
noticed that.
cool.
Yeah,
Farmer.
Nice.
He's an absolute legend in the networking game. Yeah.
Well, do you know
I've
about
never seen anyone do it like
He was
him.
a semi-professional dancer.
Oh.
I did not know that.
I didn't know
No.
that.
What
He-
kind of dancing?
All of it. Like
What?
everything from line dancing to salsa. To,
My dude, you're telling me some new things right now.
He like toured internationally, entered pro-ams. He was like a 13-year-old kid that went to his
Andrew
sister's
Johnson?
dance classes, and then he started getting drafted, and he was freaking banger at it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a
I didn't
15-year-old. He
know.
was at
That's
freak pro
awesome.
amateur tournaments. He had a professional coach and this
Oh,
and that.
wow.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You'll have to tune in to that episode of LoCo Experience.
And he's a dear friend. I believe in what he's doing these days out
Yeah.
in the community.
He's really an expert
He
at it.
teaches me something about networking, and I
Right.
like to think that I'm
were doing
decent
it
at
for a long time.
decent at it. But I learned
Same.
something new from that guy. I'll tell you what. Like
100%.
he's amazing. Yeah, he's a good guest to have, Kurt. Yeah, happy
thank
to be
you.
in his company right now.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
following his shoe steps. We're going to jump in the time machine
Okay.
because we've kind of talked about recent past, weddings. We might get into a little bit more around what's in the future. But first,
Sure.
what's in the pasture? Valeria, we kind of shared a lot about you, but do you want to, why don't you start us since we already had a podcast with you? It's episode number, I don't know,
I can remember. I have it.
about
but-
3 years ago with
Yes.
Valeria Ortiz. You can find it out there.
Yeah.
Raised in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Your mom was in kind of the benefits industry as well in the Medicare space.
So yeah, born and raised in Puerto Rico. My mom, grew up with a single mom. My mom was in insurance because she had 3 kids, and she was like, I need to have flexibility in my schedule and make good money. So she raises us by doing insurance. So we had great lives, also dancing professionally, and my brothers did sports, and we were always busy. And then when I got pregnant with my son, I was 16 years old when I was pregnant with Justin.
remember.
So so super teen mom, like trying to figure it out. And she was, you need to do insurance if you want to survive life because you need to be able to be
Duh,
part of this
that's what I
life.
did.
Exactly. So, I mean, after the slapping me in the face, he was like, okay, now you need to do insurance. But no, she was the one that kind of like put me into this industry, and I was able to, thanks to her help, to finish school, finish college, did a degree in marketing administration, and at the same time working and taking care of Justin. But because of her help, then she was like, at the beginning I was just fighting it, like, no, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, that's what you do. But then at the end I end up doing it, and that's how I end up in Colorado, because started in Puerto Rico working for Medicare, doing insurance, doing everything in Puerto Rico, was married at the time, ex-husband comes to Colorado, and I was like, well, I gotta move.
Here we are.
So move, and then hearing and moved from straight from Puerto Rico to Greeley, like didn't stop
And
anywhere.
very little English for you.
Yes.
Or your husband? Even?
Yes, yeah. Both of
here's
us
your
were
opportunity.
just Puerto Ricans.
And circa me, what year was this?
This was 2014.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the, if you want the full version, find the Valeria Ortiz
Yes.
podcast, and we'll catch back up to your kind of business launchy stuff. But
Yes.
I'm gonna zoom in on Nima here because
Yeah.
he's the first time attendee.
I am.
You're 5
It's
years
fun.
old. What's your circumstance in the world?
So my
Or sooner if it makes more sense.
so no. So I was living in Arizona at a place called St. John's, Arizona at that time.
Okay.
So my mom was living in Iran during the revolution. So 1979.
Oh wow.
She fled when
She was an English person, but working.
She was
and living
obsessed
there?
with the Middle East and
Okay.
knew Farsi and
Okay,
worked
wow.
for my father's company.
Oh, wow.
It was a construction company, and he worked for the Shah of Iran at
Oh,
the
wow.
time. Yeah.
So he was actually like an inner circle.
Yeah, and then all the family was like, "Hey, there's a revolution that's going to happen. You should take all your money where we're taking it, which is like California and
Right.
Canada,
Like LA area.
And he was like, "No, that's never going to happen," or whatever. So,
Okay.
so he lost everything during the
Oh, really?
revolution, and then immigrated to first California, and then I was born. And
Wow.
and then we moved.
You were the first?
I was not. I have an older sister. She was
Okay.
born in England in the intermediary
Oh,
because
wow.
we had family support.
And what was
in
your dad's
England.
business, if I may?
Actually, he had multiple
construction, you said.
multiple construction businesses, but the one my mom worked for was actually pipelining. Yeah, so it was
Laying the infrastructure for.
but it was like the admin part of it,
Sure.
right? It was like the coordination of the admin.
Well, it's crazy
Yeah.
when you like. I've been watching a lot of like geography by Jeff on YouTube and stuff like that, and like you can criticize the colonization by the English and the French and stuff of Africa and different places in the Middle East. And like they built a lot of the infrastructure that is what are the lifelines of those economies today still, right? Their investment
Yeah.
left
Absolutely,
lasting
man.
economic opportunities, and Iran's not necessarily different.
Yeah, I think
some
that that the Ayatollah Khomeini compared to the Shah of Iran at the time is totally different. I mean, we're talking about like someone that's super
Well, I just
hardline.
learned that the Shah was actually like a descendant of Cyrus the Great. Or
No
something.
kidding.
Yes, like
That's
there was
probably
a
how he got
long
legitimacy
line
in
of
that role.
Shahs and
Yeah.
stuff, and that was Cyrus the Great was kind of a big deal back in the day.
Yeah,
for
so-
Christians as well.
Yeah.
So to get back to your question, so right around five.
sorry, yeah.
No, you're good. So right around 5 years old, we kind of bounced around to some different places.
Because your dad had been a wealthy man with,
And then we kind of started completely over.
Wow.
And then we ended up settling at a bed and breakfast on Main and Commercial in Trinidad, Colorado. And if
Wow.
you've ever been to Trinidad,
What
that
a
red
different
brick
kind of
building,
place that was.
that red brick building on Main and Commercial
I've
is
seen
like
it.
iconic, man. Like
Yes.
so that's where I lived when I was growing up. Is that exact that building?
No
yeah.
way.
So the bed and breakfast is a bed and breakfast because
so what they saw
my family
added a
saw that.
newspaper or something, and they're like, "That's our business."
Well, the Raton Range and the Trinidad Plus at the time were
Yeah.
the newspapers. But yeah, so we settled there.
It
and
just
then-
seems like it's such a strange place to land.
it is, man. It's a
So-
catfish, bro. Let me just tell you right now, okay? Like it looks charming from the outside, but it's a border town, my dude. Like it's not some knuckleheads running around there. Yeah. But I went to Trinidad Catholic High School.
Okay.
And
Because your mom was from a Catholic background?
yeah, she was.
And was your dad Muslim? Or did
Yes, so I was supposed to be
Quasi?
Muslim, and my my sister was supposed to be Catholic. So that was the arrangement
Oh, I
that they
see.
made
That
in
was
the
the
marriage.
bargain that they
yeah,
made together.
yeah.
Interesting.
But my dad's was not a good Muslim even before he passed, and I'm making my own path, man.
Right.
So yeah,
We're here drinking wine.
I mean, that's not very Muslim of me. Not
Do you
that
eat bacon?
I mean, I'm really like I'm definitely more on the Christian side than anything else.
But not
with
really
the belief
fully
system.
investigated? Or, like, tell me.
I believe in I believe in the teachings of Jesus. But as far as like the nitty gritty on the rest of it, like
Yeah.
that, like I focus on what I know to be valuable, which is definitely like the teachings of Jesus.
I like
yeah.
that.
So
I've kind of got an internal philosophy that's like, what's probably the most dangerous almost is like concentrations of power. And so whether it's the Catholic Church or frankly in today's world, the imams and stuff in the Muslim place, like their power concentration and therefore their corruption is enhancing. And so like I belong to a little local kind of community church that preaches the Bible and focuses on Jesus'
The
words.
teachings,
It doesn't have a bunch of power structure.
So it'd be interesting for you to know that my mother is an ordained Buddhist nun.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, and she worked for years at Solutions in Loveland, which she was the HR director there for many years, and is a really well established. In the community with the work that she's done.
That's cool.
But I have a lot of different spiritual influences. Yeah.
Did you ever do our Halos thing, Valeria, when you were with LoCo?
No.
It's like a
what is it?
Almost like a disc-like or enneagram-like personality assessment.
I did. Yes.
Yeah, and it's kind of built on like yin and a yang and a polarity kind of thing that's more almost borrowed from Buddhist tendencies, but it's a Brazilian Portuguese
cool
Catholic probably platform.
We were dating or started dating at the time, and I share it with you.
Yeah.
Like that personality thing.
I'll test him up for you if you want me to.
I know.
But anyway,
I need all the help I can get. Okay.
I said almost those exact words the other day was, understanding middle-aged women is definitely something I can explain, have no expertise in. Women of any sort, really. Yes. So back to H5. You're growing up in this kind of small town, right? A couple thousand people?
10,000 the surrounding area.
Okay.
Yeah. And then as soon as I became, I graduated from my high school. I left as soon as I possibly humanly could.
Yeah.
I did not.
Were you involved?
There's people I love there.
Football? Were you a big kid already? Were you a big bruiser on the football team?
It's funny you ask. So I spent between the 6th grade to 12th grade doing 8-man football, because in Trinidad they don't have 12 man.
Right.
It's like
we had
you're fighting against Aguilar or like a Levita team. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily 12 men, but and never really found a lot of success in that. I think that I really started to find my true calling in life when where I started to do speech and debate and forensics.
Yeah.
And then and from a little kid from Trinidad, winning state championships in forensics, and interpretation of poetry and humor, really was like, okay, so I have the necessary ingredients to like really propel me into college.
So you're a wordplay guy as well. Like you enjoy
I just love
that kind of
the most, the most fun I have is public speaking, Kurt.
Really?
Like that's the most fun I have. A lot of people, it makes them uncomfortable, but I mean, it's the juice that's in the engine, man. Like it's really what gets me going is being able to be up in front of people and providing value with the things I say. Yeah,
I just like imagining everybody else naked. I
heard that helps.
So that's cool. Actually, do you know Tanis Roeder? She actually was an event planner that like did the Peach Festival and a whole bunch of other things, the Matthews House thing. But she pivoted her career to be like teach you how to talk better person.
Cool.
Oh.
And she was like a state champion or national champion kind of speech person too. And before she launched that business, she test piloted me and 15 other people on how to make us talk better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
She took me from a 4 to a 7.
It's
so
okay.
It's strong.
Well, I think that you're doing pretty awesome.
Well, this is
You're
fun.
great.
Mostly because you take no notes. It's all in your brain, Kurt. So that's always good, man.
If you listen,
I feel like that you care when you're well researched, like you are. So.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you come up to Northern Front Range for school, or where did you go when you got away from Trinidad as fast?
Yeah. So I was lucky enough, and I grew up, without money, and was able to get an academic scholarship to Colorado College.
Wow.
So graduated in 2005. Yeah, with full academic scholarship there.
Colorado Springs there.
In Colorado Springs. And so did my sister, and she
In
graduated
05.
magna cum laude.
I actually lived in Colorado Springs from 2004 to 2007.
No kidding.
Only like a mile away from Colorado College at Union and Uinta.
Uinta. Yeah, is exactly where I live, my dude. Yeah, Uinta.
Neighbors.
I lived on Meade Avenue.
Exactly the neighborhood that I was in for 4 years in school. Yeah,
That's fun.
Yeah, I love my school. I mean, I think the people are lukewarm about schooling sometimes and about the value, but even though that, I mean, at the time in 2005, I think it was like about 36,000 at that time, and now it's in the 40s per year.
Well, it's a pretty small school with pretty limited programs, and hyper liberal kind.
It is.
As far
It
as their
is.
expressed values, if you will.
Yeah.
I think that the value was in, critical thinking and analysis of information, being able to truly evaluate like what's real and what's not, which I think is a truly valuable skill now. And it's like,
ultimately what we
well, how do you know?
It
It takes,
what is truth?
Yeah, it really takes like coordinating from multiple areas and looking at it from different perspectives and figuring out what's omitted and what's included, and
Totally.
and then you can kind of figure out like what everyone's agenda is. But people they don't roll out of bed and they're like, hey, I understand how to do all that. Like it takes training to really do that. But making me being the person that I know that I can achieve whatever I put my mind to, right? And that it's harder.
A lot of us struggle with that.
Yeah.
Frankly,
Yeah.
I second guess myself and perhaps even self-sabotage myself sometimes, and I don't even know what to set my mind to.
Dude, everyone does that, man.
Yeah.
Everyone does that to some degree, right? We're never really 100% certain, but the skills that I attained while struggling, through the academic rigor of Colorado College, truly changed me in all the best ways. And sociology and psychoanalysis were my majors. And did I major in insurance or business management?
Right.
Or no, I didn't.
Sales,
But still, the core of what I learned there, like, still reverberates today in what I do. Yeah.
Dig it. Valerie, you were going to say something.
No, I mean, the story gets more interesting, so I'm just waiting for
I'm waiting for the next chapter. I dig it. So, Nima, can I top you up a little bit there on the wine?
Please do, my man.
Boom.
Thanks, brother.
Valeria, is your
I'm
empty
okay.
yet? No?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Put a little more in mine then. So you go to school for, would you say psychology and...
Sociology.
And then, like, what's the start of your career look like? Much different than Valeria's. She's got, like, an ankle biter. Right?
With that kind of degree, I think that I just want to jump right into the cut. So I was working with criminal kids in a program called Rite of Passage. And originally went out to Durango, Colorado, and worked at Denier Youth Services Center out there.
Like
and then
Boys Ranch kind of thing almost?
It was more of it was definitely locked doors, so it wasn't, it was slightly less therapeutic than what I wanted, but eventually transferred from there to Ridgeview Academy, which is no longer open now, but was in Watkins, Colorado, and was an alternative to imprisonment for juveniles that have committed serious crimes. And I just wanted to really make a difference, in that world. And then, went through some other odd jobs, and then...
Can I pause for just a moment?
Sure,
but,
yeah.
like, what got you kind of into that space and trying to help those kids?
That's a really good question. And the answer is that I did not have a father figure to rely on.
Okay.
So I wanted to provide that for others.
So your dad kind of bounced after you landed there? Or he just didn't really engage much?
I think that everyone tries to do their best. My father, he's passed now. I think that I was always confused because my mom is so interested in what are you thinking and how do you feel about this and like what are your thoughts on that, and my dad just didn't care about that, and it just affected me where I was like, I need someone in a fatherly role to care when you're young about who I'm becoming. And I just didn't get that from him. Yeah. So I was like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dedicate my post-college life to changing the lives of young kids who also don't have father figures. So I think that's the core of my motivation there.
That's wild. Yeah. My dad's a little bit like that too. Like, my dad started a farm evenings and weekends with a full-time job when I was in second grade or something. My mom came to every basketball game. My dad, maybe not to any.
Mm-hmm. No kidding.
Yeah, and he.
That's a
he's
contrast.
He's an awesome man. Like he's actually a really incredible business person and a high integrity man and stuff. And I'm not sure he quite understands what LoCo Think Tank does.
Okay.
Or why the hell people would pay LoCo Think Tank to be a member of it and stuff. Like, it doesn't make sense to him in
That's
some
okay.
way because of because he doesn't have that same kind of a emotional type of connection and understanding of other people's stuff that I was somehow blessed with through my mother.
Yeah.
Through my mother too.
Perhaps the same.
Yes, right.
So anyway, I just thought I would establish a little kinship there with you.
No,
on that.
totally, man. Happy you shared that.
Yeah. So you're now you're in Watkins working with the real bad kids.
Yeah, and then I realized, and this facility is shut down now for some of the reasons why I left, which is that you can't fight battles on multiple fronts. Sun Tzu, Art of War: don't fight battles on multiple fronts if you can possibly help it. And when you're dealing with administration that are not doing things in the ethical way that you expect, and then you're dealing with kids who are obviously have a criminal background.
You're trying to sell success in life from an organization that you're feeling questionable about their ability to deliver it.
Yep.
You're right, and that contributed to the closing of the facility, and that facility is now closed now. But at the end of that experience, I was just like, well, what do I do from here?
Because it could be a little bit. This is 2008 or 10 or something like that.
Yeah, sure. So then, my best friend during the crash of 2009, and he's a pilot now, couldn't even get a job at a mattress firm in 2009, and he grew up with me in Trinidad, and he went to Korea, and he was there for 5 years.
Wow.
And I was working with criminal kids. I did not want to entertain going abroad, but after 5 years of him being in my ear, like, look, in Korea, like, they really need our help, and you can get paid well. That kind of propelled me to make a move, and I was like, look, I need to make a huge move. So I moved to Korea. I sold all my items and I moved to Korea.
And you were like a single guy this whole time?
Yeah.
Or were you like recently heartbroken or something? You're like, screw it, I just got...
I did it a little bit, but nothing, nothing that would keep
precipitate a move to Korea.
Right. But I really, moving to Korea and being alone. Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Over that.
Might be some mystery out there.
It's a mystery.
You're so cute.
No, but I think, I just made this decision that, look, I have a chance to go abroad. I'm 31. It's
Last
really,
chance,
this is my last chance. Either I do it now or never. And man, did it change my life. I mean, it's one of the best decisions I've
South
ever
Korea,
made.
right? Not North Korea.
Definitely South Korea, dude. Definitely South Korea. And I went out there and it's like, they really need help with social skills. You would imagine that every place you go is like America, where they have prom and they interact with women and men, and they have like schools that are co-ed and they understand how to interact and be cool. But that's not the case in Asia. Okay, like
and that's
it doesn't.
Part of why South Korea is like screwed up right now, and nobody's having babies, right? Like they're expensive, and nobody knows how to freaking interact with each other.
I mean, it's harder, man. They need that skill development. And my angle was, I worked for Samsung the last 3.5 years I was there exclusively for Samsung. And, I could talk about, LG Chemical or SK Innovation, which are Chaebol, which are like billion-dollar companies in Korea. But I knew I wanted to come back. So Samsung is the place that I wanted to go because I knew that work experience would translate. And man, I mean, one-on-one executive training, roll call. I mean,
just kind of building
play.
your personal skills and listening skills and question asking, so you seem like you actually care about somebody else, even if you don't.
It's actually just asking questions. In Asia, when you ask a question, it's challenging the person saying the question. But if you don't ask a question and you're a Westerner, you're not even paying attention, my dude. So it's like there's such like contradictions in the basics that they really need help with understanding like how to interact with affiliates in Texas that are talking about timeline problems with wafer dimensions and whatever it is, right? It's like they don't know how to
You didn't even ask me if it's fixed yet. Whatever, right? Like even that
just lack the skills to like really work through that without offending people. So they paid a lot of money to people like me in Korea to train executives for high powered companies in order how to do that. And it was a comfortable life. It's comfortable, but I had a kid in Korea. I have an 8-year-old from a previous marriage.
Oh wow,
and
a
it's
Korean mom.
A Korean mom, yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't want my child to grow up in the Korean educational system, which is very focused on standardized testing. The testing result is what matters, not the learning part of it.
Sure.
And it can make kids into zombies. And I love Korea. Okay, it changed my life in the positive ways, but you have to look at it honestly. It's the educational system for young people in Korea. I didn't want my child to go through that, so I knew that I needed
their
to.
Problems are now, I imagine, right? Like they're not innovating. They're not.
Well, I mean,
building relationships. They're.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, and COVID hit, and then I was a freelance contractor.
I think South Korea and North Korea almost are required to merge, to reunite, because the North Koreans don't have any economy, and the South Koreans won't like breed with other people than other Koreans. Like there's almost no option for them but to reunite.
I think the South Koreans have a lot of compassion for North Koreans. Because
the North Koreans can take care of the South Koreans' kids and stuff then, right? Like they need some cheap labor, like we had Mexican labor for a long time and Puerto Rican labor and stuff in the U.S.
I know, yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's definitely,
I don't know.
It's definitely complicated because the cultures have become so different since the Korean War, right? So you have genuinely different cultures,
values,
and actually the language is different. So even the dialect of North Korea is different from South Korea now.
Been so separated.
So I mean,
like,
it's
it only
always
takes
a dream.
like 30 years almost.
So many
like
years.
if you look at there's some parts of Europe and different places in the world that have developed like 10 languages. Like in where is it? Indonesia area and Papua New Guinea. There's like tribes that have. Like there's like 20 languages in like a small portion of the island. You're like, how did you guys all come up with these things? But they just were separated from each other.
Yeah.
And then you just do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. No.
So bring me back. Where do we jump off?
No. So I think
I
that
haven't.
Move to Colorado.
Korea.
So COVID hit.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So COVID,
you're a COVID transplant.
And 2019 is when COVID hit in Korea.
COVID in Korea.
Okay, so I
Really?
lived COVID in Korea, and it was
people were getting
depressing
sick
for
and stuff, and nobody was talking about it. Or
there's
what?
You need to understand the culture. So, in Korea, there's a famous quotation which is, "The nail that sticks out gets hammered." So, if you are different. Like literally, if you're thinking or acting differently, that's not smiled upon.
Yeah.
The only difference you can have is a higher test score to be accepted.
Right.
So like so when you're going through COVID, everybody is stuck doing the same thing with no variation. I mean, so I had problems even going up to the rooftop and working out and maintaining my sanity when literally you can't go outside. Like you're looked at like death if you're going up because the government says you can't, So all freelancer, contractors, which I was a full-time freelance contractor, got cut during that time. And then I was like, okay, this is the time for me to move my baby back, to Korea. To America. So I did that, and thankfully found, was connected with Journey. And,
not with her mom though. Or That's complicated.
I got divorced as soon as I could. Okay. And it's really just because, my ex struggles with very serious mental health issues that I didn't really recognize. And I wanted something better for my life, man, and for the life of my child.
So you guys have a mixed family now.
We have a melting pot.
We have a melting pot.
13 and 8 or something?
Literally, we represent all corners of the globe. Yeah.
Really cool. You got
I have
in Africa,
Iran,
we
you
don't
got South Korea, you got Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we got Iran, we have England.
Yes.
No, if you see us at Target, people look at us like somebody's adopted here.
You can see their head tilt.
You see me
computing.
Your
Asian little girl.
Daughter? It's a daughter, is your
daughter? Yeah.
Arya.
What's her name?
Her name is Arya. Yeah.
And she's with us full time, so she's always with us, and she's getting her Puerto Rican attitude.
So you've been single dadding for like 5 years while you became a networking
Thank
guru.
goodness.
Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes.
Interesting.
I was really lucky to be able to be a full-time dad and to be that cornerstone for my child. And I always wanted to raise a daughter, and I'm so
cool.
grateful to
and I'm
be
sure
able
it's
to
a
do
lot
that.
easier with help.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I really, I can't say
Have
I'm
the
a
kids
single dad.
received this well?
Well, yes, my boys are older, right? So they're like, well, this girl, we gotta behave. Oh, we gotta let her go around. Like, don't throw a
Plus she's
tantrum
Asian.
right now.
How did that happen?
I know.
Asian, British, and
Right.
No, they did. They love her. Of course, they're different ages, so it's they don't really play together. But when we go places, our boys now, like, it gives them a different purpose. I notice how they really change their demeanor. But we have a girl now. Like, we gotta
And how old
represent.
are your boys, if I may?
19 and 12.
So the 12-year-old's not too, like, he's 3 years older, 4 years
Right.
older.
no, he's way too cool.
But he's 12 going 25.
Could have been like, Mom, what's the story? We've got like more people in the house.
We have a little bit of that. We have a little bit of
There's some drama. It's not that easy,
this
but
is annoying.
yeah.
But
neat thing though. I think that's.
But they care for each other.
We did it the right way. When we started dating, one of the things, it's funny because both of us started with like, we're not getting married. This is for fun. Like, don't even think about it.
It's marriage.
It's just for the sex.
Yeah.
After the first marriage, I was like, look, I'm not into marriage.
Yeah.
My life.
This isn't serious. And I'm like, we're on the same page. I just got divorced. Like, I don't know what you're thinking.
That's how we started. And then, of course, then fall in love, all the story. And then I was like, well, I don't live with anyone unless I'm married.
Right.
I was like, that marriage thing, maybe I should revisit it. But it's only because, look, like, I think that people who have, subpar engagements and they try to fit a square peg in a round hole, and it doesn't work.
Sure. Well, everybody's got
and it's like you want it to work because you love this person, and you try to make it work, even though the pieces don't fit in the way you want, and your focus is in the future they will fit because we can make it. We can make it.
I've been so lonely. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think it's different when and people get swept off their feet when they really engage someone, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is why marriage makes sense. It's like we're laughing all the time. It's like we have mutual respect. Like we have communication skills. We bring a lot to the table, independently of each other. We're not codependent. Like we want, we choose to love each other and to be there for each other, but we don't need each other for survival. Yeah. Okay? Like we were surviving before we met each other.
Perfect.
Honestly,
and
like
then
that codependency is risky.
And seeing our
tell me
families.
about like when you first introduced the kids.
Oh my gosh, that took a while.
It's like
That's
you're
a good
6 months
question.
in, right?
Yeah.
That took a while. More for me because my kids are older, so I gotta be more like, let me think about this. I remember the first time Nima came to pick me up for a date. He just goes and rings the bell, and I was like, no.
Dude, right to my door. My kids might see you. You're a gringo.
Like, gringo.
Official. Why did you touch the doorbell, motherfucker? You can't do that. Like, you're not official.
So it was funny because I really wanted to keep it private. He had at this point like a 5-year-old Aria, so it's easier when you were little. They don't really understand it or whatever. I'll take that. Okay. Thank you. So it took me a while and seeing like, wait, let's do this. Let's just. I had to really push myself to do it because I was so scared. I was like, this is gonna be a mess. But then it was great. I do got to say, the first time we went out was for bowling, just to do bowling, remember?
Main event?
Yeah. No, in Greeley, whatever it was. And we just went out bowling, and my kids are there. But I remember Nima being how charismatic, you know how he is. He's like social, he'll talk. I
kind of want to date him, and I'm not even gay.
When Nima was the first time meeting my boys, he was like...
all awkward.
I was legitimately nervous. I was like,
what do I do?
I've raised my girl. Like,
he's never dated anyone with kids. He doesn't know what his two teenagers here like judging you.
You just gotta freaking stomach up on him and chest up on him and show him what's up.
We found our way, but that one was, she was like, why are you acting weird? And I'm like, I'm just nervous. Like, what? She's like, I've never seen you nervous. Like, this is weird. I'm like, I'm sorry,
he was so quiet, like weirdly looking at the bowling balls.
What do you think about this yellow one compared to this purple?
This doesn't work.
I just really didn't want to mess anything up, and I'm like, it's better to say.
My boys are Puerto Rican. They're survive. Whatever you throw them, they're gonna survive. They're very independent. They're they're outspoken. They're gonna say whatever it is, but they also.
What did they say about Nima after that first date?
I don't think they. I mean, they're just like, we'll see, you know.
That's what you said.
You said that.
I feel like this, and you're like, we'll see. We'll see if it's real. That was the classic quote from her.
You were in love first. Like
I was in love first. Yeah.
I need more time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not what you say, what you do.
You were once bitten, twice shy, but in a different way, right?
Yes.
Like you had different kind of circumstances where you're like, but you're like, boys are bad, kind of.
Yeah.
And they're fun. And they dance good sometimes, but those fuckers, you can't trust them.
So it took me more time, definitely. But the boys, then after a while, a couple of going out and doing things and coming for dinner, things like that, they got better. Like, they love Nima. They're like,
I'm not surprised.
Nima is fun. They even say, Nima, you need to talk to my
like
mom.
The fun uncle, basically.
Like, okay, dude, like, this is how we're going to approach this with my mom. Let's make
Here's
a plan right now.
Mom.
Make a plan right now. Yeah.
I know she loves you, but you need a little more strategy.
I would say,
tell you need.
We'll say that she is kind of the bad cop.
I am the bad cop.
I'm
the good cop. I'm like, well,
bad cop?
we need to be harsh with that, but it's important to have those moments. And then they're teenagers, they don't close the doors. So the dog gets in places that the dog shouldn't. And,
and, they don't clean.
And they don't clean anything.
They never clean their room.
They're just typical teenagers, and it's like, okay, well, we have security here, so don't leave the door open completely without locking it, like at night, and it's 3 a.m. and I wake up and the door is open. Like,
the police are coming.
It's normal teenage things.
No, but wonderful. It was perfect, and that's one of the things that was like, this is it. Like, this is perfect. It blended perfectly after, we finally trust each other and now we're okay.
And when you get engaged, how long were you engaged?
Yes, we got engaged for a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
So after that, it's kind of like baked in.
It's
the kids
weird.
are accepting. They're like, it's going to happen.
Yes, they were actually asking for it. They knew it was going to happen. So they were like, oh, what happened? What happened? Then we didn't live together until after the engagement.
For real?
After almost at the end of the year of our engagement. So because again, I was very like, we're not
traditional.
Yeah, I'm just like the example, right? Our kids are there. We want to make sure.
Wait for any opportunity to go.
Right,
hang out with Nima.
My dude, okay, she's slow.
Time to waste.
Yeah, she was like, "Can I really? Is the ball gonna drop ever?" Because literally, like, that's the thing is that I was thinking the same thing. Like, is this too good to be true? Like, this seems like I'm missing something because it's so good. And then she's thinking the same thing. So we really wanted to wait. Is like this?
That's
like,
pretty cool.
Is this real? Just because we were traumatized, by our previous relationship.
But we started living together like in November before our wedding. So it's been
not even a year.
Yeah,
not even a year.
So
9 months now.
So it's a process. Of course, it's different. That's when the kids, I feel like, were like more like, wait, he's here now.
We want to do that before the wedding, right? If you're going to really blend the family, like, you have to iron that out
And
before the official wedding. Like, it's better to do that.
Yeah, and for Aria, I was like, okay, 2 days here, 3 days over in your house.
Right, very confusing.
Like, we were trying to do it slowly. Like, you're going to stay here one night, and then in a month, 2 nights. And then, so you get used to the house, and it's not like a trauma like where you're moving
Changing
now.
your world slowly.
Yeah, so we did that, and that took a while, and now, I mean, she's, again, lovely. We had to, of course, set new rules now. My boys, you can't be naked walking in the house. Like, we got a girl here.
Were your boys naked running around the house?
I mean, not naked, but in underwear. You can't be naked walking around. You're little.
Basic stuff. It's like, okay, like, we got boys and girls in the same house. Like, let's get some privacy and rules. Like, no boys in girls' rooms and vice versa. Like, there's no excuse for that unless there's an emergency, that kind of thing.
Jill and I have about a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home bungalow down in Old Town, and we host exchange students regularly. We have another one coming.
Good for you, Kurt.
10 days.
Oh, I love
it's super fun. Yeah,
that's so
our
awesome.
First German.
Oh, nice.
Julian from Stuttgart.
Cool.
But, like, that means no more naked walking around the house. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. There's still no more naked walking around the house. Jill.
You're almost free, Kurt.
We call it our seasons of adulting. Oh, by the way, you actually might really love that right now.
Yeah.
Like maybe not this year, but maybe next year, while you still have kids that for whom they're not competitive with. You can't, like, they can babysit, but you can't pay them legally.
Okay.
But you can get somebody from Japan, you can get somebody from Germany, Finland, Brazil,
Amazing.
Colombia.
We actually were thinking about that, remember?
And you guys have already got like this multicultural
I know.
scene going. I think you need an African.
I know.
You
we
have
need that.
basically no
We don't have any
Black
Africa.
African going on
That's
there.
the only cultural
Go for the dark
area.
so the family photo looks extra good.
Make it more robust, correct? I mean, like, yes.
Fill out the corners,
Think about family photos. Yes.
Maybe like a Eskimo.
Oh,
Dude. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, bro.
no, but that we thought about that. We do have an extra room in our house,
That'd be fun.
and we're like,
I
we
think
need
you might
help
like it.
sometimes
Well, and honestly,
with Aria or
get a girl that likes to watch kids a little bit and stuff, and then and
pick up from
they're-
school and
they're so
If only I had a friend with exchange student hosting,
we
it'd
could
be
get
easier.
yeah.
well, but he's a long ways away from where you guys are.
No, that's that. Yeah, we thought about that. But
Nima,
yeah,
you're going to
it's
sample
crazy.
this hot
I
sauce
will.
with me because I
Yeah.
understand Valeria.
So who's sourcing this hot sauce?
So
Who
this
is it?
is the crazy ginger hot sauce.
Hmm.
I came up with the name and the color basically, and like I wanted it to be local ingredients, and then Matador Mexican Grill makes
Nice.
the sauce. It's a peach, red bell pepper, and habanero are the first three ingredients.
Are we taking the plunge here or what,
We're
dude?
taking
I
the
feel like we
plunge.
should
You're
do that.
You're going to give some tasting notes. You like hot sauce.
I
I'm
do.
told.
I
So
love
that
hot
nice
sauce.
saucy
Okay,
one
I'll do
there.
that.
I'll
I'll do the
pass to
saucy
you.
one.
Valeria, you're out completely.
I thought this is like hot ones, bro.
I'll take this nice little. No, we're trying to spur some sales. it really is one of the top like 3 or 4 hot sauces that I have enjoyed.
I
love
really
it.
like it,
Is
man.
that good? Yeah.
Creeps up on you.
I'm like no spicy.
It is
only.
delicious,
Thank you.
actually.
Yeah. Good.
For listeners, this is a guest gift for folks. So you
I'm
have a
appreciating it
whole
more
bottle.
now that I tasted it. I'm like, this is actually
That's
really
what
good.
It like hits nice first, and then it kind of creeps up, and you're like, "Huh, you're so nice. Just stick with me." And that's actually where we'll go now. So, a stick with me story.
Oh.
This is the introduction of the LoCo experience segment.
Okay.
The craziest story that you're willing to share. Do you remember the story that you shared last time, Valeria?
I can't remember.
I don't know if I remember either. Do you have any
Oh.
crazier stories? It's been like 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
You got any
after
crazy stories?
dating Nima.
Before Nima.
After Nima,
After
we got
our
a
podcast
bunch
before-
of the
Do you?
crazy stories.
All right.
Let her take the lead on that.
Do you guys want to? Do you want a sipper of WizCal first, though? Our
Hell
spirit
yeah.
sponsor.
I'm okay, thanks.
WizCal?
Not gonna
I
do
would
that?
love to.
Okay, we'll do that. It's like a mezcal whiskey hybrid. You might like it. It's got a little. we'll just do a half
I used
shot.
to like
shot
Scotch whiskey.
Okay, a little bit.
And then I tasted a good mezcal, and I was like, this is
kinda like-
so good.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a hybrid from there. It's kind of like.
Whiskle.
You got some ice for me?
WizCal.
Can you put some
I do.
ice in it?
Yep,
Okay.
I'll put some ice in it. A couple glasses ice with not a shot, then just a sipper.
Okay.
I think I'd like a sipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a sipper too? Or you want just a little sip of his?
Just a little. Yeah, I'll try his. Yeah.
Okay, sounds
I'm
good.
not a
We'll do
fan.
that. We'll do that. So have we thought about the LoCo experience is the name of the podcast, and as you may or may not know, well, actually before we go there even, so it's local community experience, local community think tank. Would you share? You're no longer a member, Valeria, but would you share, like for listeners out there, you were probably 2 years a member.
Yeah,
did
I
it make a
did.
difference? You were actually in your crazy growing, adding terrible choices. So
And
maybe
she
you shouldn't.
talks about
You're
the
like,
value
Yeah.
of her time.
These guys let me do that
time
dumb thing, or did they actually tell you
No.
not to? And then you're
No. I gotta say all the feedback and support and coaching I got was to do the opposite of what I was doing. And like, why are you doing that? But
you were focused on growing, and
so I'm like, you gotta do it. So now I'm applying a lot of those things.
you're so sweet. Thank
So
you.
no,
That's
I gotta
actually
say I
really
learned a lot.
great
Love the
endorsement.
environment. Love the group. and just learn so much. Yeah, it was a key part of growing the business for sure.
Let me just, because it's weird for you to talk about it, but we're in the same communities, and there are some very influential people in circles like accounting firms and lawyers and medical practices that value being in the LoCo think tank, my dude. Okay, and I'm not putting that kind of feedback. On the website. Call on
those kind of companies is the funny thing, because I was a banker for so long, I just almost kind of avoid that a little bit somehow. Yeah. Those professional services circles, and I'm glad I have a good reputation among that circle. I try. Yeah. I try to really focus on high integrity, high opportunity, high potential people.
There's a certain structure to like getting the advice and consulting from other professionals that are struggling, and knowing you're in a safe place to share and get that kind of feedback.
Well, like we said, everybody struggles.
Yeah,
like we're all real people that have some struggle spots.
Different growth, I guess.
So, setting the stage there, who's got a LoCo experience for me? A crazy experience that you really don't want to share because your customers might be like, but you're willing to share here because not that many people listen actually to this podcast anyway.
Right.
It won't go viral.
I have one.
Oh, I like it. I like it. A LoCo experience.
Okay.
Nima's like,
So, okay, let's see. Part of a relationship has to be a lot in mixing the different cultures and how we see things and how we communicate and where the boundaries are.
Right.
Like, it's so different. Like, we love it and we learn from each other, but it's some things you're like, do I really have to say that? Or you should say that, right? Yeah. And it's like, well, I didn't know. Anyways, Nima is, he graduated from Colorado College, and they do reunions every 5 years.
It's basically a cult.
What she's talking about is actually the 20-year reunion.
20-year reunion.
The 20-year reunion for Colorado College, which I hadn't been to any reunion in 20 years, but the 20-year reunion I really wanted to go, and I took
plus
her.
You had the prettiest girlford or whatever that you'd ever had.
So
you're like, hey guys, look at me. The dorkies.
She it wasn't like that. It was more like she's like, I have to go with you to this. It was
a communication. So wait, you're telling me you have a reunion. Well, in Puerto Rico, we do reunions for high school, but we don't do it for college. Okay. So I was confused about it. I was like, wait, your high school reunion? No. The college reunion, 20 years. Okay. So when are we going? And he's like, oh, I'm like, yeah. Like, you were thinking, without me? And then, no, we're going. So we went, and it was so weird because, we had a blast, but I was one of the only, or I guess very few girlfriends or wives were there.
Oh, really?
There was just everybody there.
It was like a bro club.
No.
Boys and girls.
But everybody,
they didn't bring
their older, yeah.
They didn't get the plus one.
I was like, okay, this is interesting. But the fact that some of the women there were like, oh, you're so brave that you're here. And I was like, he would never come alone.
Like, that confused her. Like, that
That was one of the first times that I'm just, and they all love Nima, and Nima.
Oh,
and another cultural thing.
They're basically saying that you have a high standard to live up to somehow, or something.
Yeah. But one of the things that, and I don't want to say this is only Puerto Ricans, but at least for us, it's very clear that you don't touch our man. Like, you don't touch them. Like, I don't care who you are, unless you're the mom.
Unless
you're the mom or the sister, right? But you don't touch them. Like, you can say, how are you? But that's it. And they're like all over Nima, like hugging and and I had to just breathe and be pretty. Like the penguins say.
Be confident and secure as you can feel.
So this is
I just don't want to grab somebody by the hair.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. That's what you wanted to do was grab him by the hair and be like, listen, bitch, that's my man. You don't be touching him.
Boundaries.
Yeah,
thankfully she did not.
I did not. I survived.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I mean, you have to understand that I have the most fun going out ever in my life when we're together. Okay, like it's so fun, right? Sure. And I think that when it comes to this event, she wanted to go home at 10:15, and when she's telling me in earnest that I'm ready to go home to our hotel because we're in Colorado Springs, at 10:15, I'm like, she is not having a good time. Here,
and all my friends are going to think I'm a weenie if I leave.
This is my 20-year reunion. I'm not going to go home at 10:15, which sets the stage for an 11:15 exit.
Okay, that's a good compromise.
All right. Yeah,
we survived.
But it was something else, It was awesome.
Oh yes, I was surprised. Honestly, we're never expecting all these girls being without husbands and boyfriends there and being like,
hey, Nima.
Let's remember the old times. And I'm like,
it was an interesting situation.
I have a knife.
Actually, that's actually a great LoCo experience because you walked in having no idea at all. So
No.
It's a different culture.
It was a very different. And again, I don't want to say
what is happening right now.
I don't want to say they had that in mind, although I think they did. But I just feel like the different in culture and being like,
and he's like successful. Like I had that actually when I went back to my hometown of Jamestown area, North Dakota, after going through college and then moving successfully to Colorado for a couple of years. Like when I went back home, I was way more handsome because I represented a potential ticket out of that place.
Yeah,
right? Like I was.
Overnight got good looking.
And for Nima, he had become successful by that time. He was fresh meat. He wasn't wearing a ring yet. You didn't put a ring on it, right?
No, he didn't have a ring at that time.
You're right.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
But she's
It was a cultural experience.
I mean, you probably built some strength that you really didn't understand at the time.
Right, yeah.
You're probably
it's different. It's not the same. I feel like if you have a bunch of Latinas doing that, they have another intention.
Story.
Like it's going to be a fight.
Then you're going to be dragged by the hair.
So you have to learn, be like open.
If they're Irish or, mixed race,
maybe
whatever.
Just be friendly,
they might just actually
but I'm still watching.
If they touch his chest or anything.
And the hugging for more than 2 seconds.
That's interesting because like when we were in Puerto Rico, it seemed like the dancing was like everybody was all but like having sex on the dance floor.
I know, but you know what?
It was so intimate. It was so
yes,
crazy.
But you know what? You go dancing and nobody dances with you because they don't know you. So it has to be.
I wouldn't dance.
But what I mean is, even me, I know how to dance, but I will dance only with friends or people that we really trust, and it's okay to dance with.
Okay.
But it's not with everybody
like that boy
open.
doesn't want to stick his penis in you. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just what boys want. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, in our wedding, it was funny because we had all this mix of cultures in there.
Right.
Like, we got everybody from every corner of the globe at our
his
wedding.
Uncle from England was like, I never seen so many buttons shaking in my life.
Oh, so many. No, actually, what he says, I've never seen so many bottoms shaking. And still to this day, man, he's like, and
all
he's
my girlfriends
82,
are there, like shaking and
that was the most fun wedding I've ever been to because of the bottom shaking.
The buttons, they're shaking.
We got like everything happening in the wedding.
We had a really good time at our wedding.
I guess that's my question a little bit. It seems almost contrary. Like you're like, nobody touches my man, or I'm going to drag them out by their hair.
Right.
And like in the right circumstance, we can have kind of pretty damn sexy dance,
but not to him. So it's a very clear boundary.
Right.
So like,
it's
who
confusing.
can you sexy dance
it's
with?
So confusing, dude.
While you were single, like who can you sexy dance with?
Dude, it's confusing, dude.
Only if you approve it, right? So only as a woman you get to choose. Okay, I want to dance with you, and I already clear that you're single and you're not with any women here, so we can dance and maybe share numbers.
It's more of like a clearance.
All right, let me give you a hack. This is the hack. This is the Latino code.
Wow. Okay.
Is that you can dance in any kind of sexy way you want with your friend.
With your
With your girlfriend.
with your girlfriends
or
only.
with an invited male companion that you know isn't dating any other bitch.
Yeah.
A gay would be the a gay
or
friend.
Gay is okay.
Because the minute, especially reggaeton, right? Salsa merengue
Right.
doesn't matter, but if
Also,
it's
merengue is a
reggaeton,
different because you want to learn how to do it,
Yeah.
and it's
Right.
complex, and
Yeah.
it's normal to do social dancing.
the
Right.
minute you dance reggaeton with someone and it's
Right.
so sexy like that, it's because you have certain interests, right?
Sure.
There's no like learn dancing with
and,
reggaeton, bro.
Like how many
There's no-
dudes are like pretending they're gay so they can fucking be
Well,
close to.
maybe.
I don't know. It's a weird world these days, right?
Who knows, right?
Or
Good strategy.
they're dudes that can never actually make the move on a hot chick, but they'll hope for the chance. Has too much tequila. I don't know. I digress.
We love to
Political
dance.
commentary. I'm glad your grandfather loved that wedding.
No,
Your grandfather? Your
no,
father?
uncle.
He's my uncle.
Uncle.
Yeah.
His uncle.
Yeah, and he
we
was.
got all kinds of cultures in the wedding. Yeah, Korean, England, Puerto Rican, American,
and then like
Mexican, like we
some
had-
African
yeah.
friends. You know, some
Yeah.
native,
Oh, that's true.
Nima, we got to wrap this up with
Yeah, of
your
course.
LoCo experience now. And before that, though, the tasting notes on the WizCal. Would you like to share?
Oh, sure. Cheers, me. Then I
Cheers,
will.
by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers,
we
baby.
let
Cheers.
this melt down a little bit. This is from Seed and Spirit Distilling, just in the former Funkworks. It's going to be opening soon.
Very drinkable.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like a straight drink, like straight booze. There are not that many things that are like very drinkable.
Love it, man. Yeah,
Good.
I would drink it. So what's my crazy story?
Yeah. that's right.
I think that I wanted her to be my girlfriend so bad when we first started dating, and I wanted to lock her
You've
down.
never actually focused on anything other than maybe like a sale or an account as much, right? It seemed like that when I'm hearing the story.
I
He's
know.
like, man, I don't want to mess this up.
Well, we were at Wicked Tequilas. Yeah, we were at Wicked Tequilas actually, and she wanted to test, how much, how much can this guy dance? So it was like a pretty watershed moment for our relationship. where
Right.
She was like, I could work with this,
Right. He's got a base. He's got a foundation.
yeah.
Please, rhythm. Yeah.
And we're having a good time, and I walked in and I just saw someone that I knew from my past, and then.
Girl?
And
Yes.
of course, yeah. And then,
of course, because God provides those kind of opportunities.
and then I wanted to just, set the groundwork for what I wanted. So I was just like, oh, hey, blah, blah, this is my girlfriend, Valeria.
Oh, before she agreed to that?
She didn't
Yeah.
agree to it.
I was like, what?
Oh, no. Not at all.
Because he put me in that position. I was like, yeah.
And then,
Well, I didn't say it, but I was like,
and then, bro, she's my girlfriend, just like that.
yeah. So that's how we asked.
To his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't an ex-girlfriend. It
Oh.
wasn't an ex-girlfriend, but it's someone.
Oh.
It's someone that I feel like had interest. That
gotcha,
has a little bit of a
gotcha.
history enough where
Oh,
where I
God.
need to make it known that I'm not available
This
for
is my-
flirting right now.
yes.
Yeah.
I
like, this
like
is
it.
my.
I
this
remember
is-
saying, well, I hope you don't propose that way. That you're like, oh, yeah, we're going to get married. Like, or even.
This is my
ask-
fiance.
What? Well, he did a great job with proposal. Yeah.
Yeah? You wanna tell the
yes.
story?
Yeah. We went on a cruise. We love to go on cruises. So that's like our vacation thing. And that cruise particularly had a stop in Puerto Rico. So while I was planning a dinner for my family to meet him, my mom already knew him, but my aunties and everybody else, he was planning with them the proposal. So, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to go. And yeah, we're going to. My mom is like, don't worry. We're going to find a restaurant nearby the port and whatever. Okay, cool. So we got out of the cruise that day. It was like a whole day in Puerto Rico, so we visit family. Then we came back to the cruise, changed, and he's so nervous. I was like, "Is this just my family? They're not
No,
gonna."
she was like, "Why are you so nervous?"
Oh,
I'm like, I'm not nervous.
Family.
I mean, it's like they're not gonna do
it.
anything. Calm
Right.
down.
Right.
He's just shaking and like.
She's like an FBI investigator, my dude.
But I'm
Like, what are you talking about it?
Honestly,
she
I
notices
mean-
any change in pattern of behavior. So
Are you green type? You're the person reader type,
Yes,
right?
you are. I
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
I am.
I thought so.
So the second you change, I'm like, what? Just relax. And then we get there, and everybody's wearing white, and I was like, why is everybody in white? Like my nephews and like all little and white, and I was like, what's going on? And my best friend flew from what does she lives in? Anyways, and from the States to Puerto Rico, and I was like, what are you doing
Connecticut.
here?
Yeah.
And that was like kind of like, so I kind of
And
like
she looked at me.
knew
She's like, "What
something.
the fuck is going on?"
Right. I know something.
Like,
What's going on? Oh God. And then, of course, that was beautiful. He just stand up in front of all my family in the middle of dinner.
What a cool thing.
And the
He must have been pretty
thing.
confident.
Oh yeah, he. I mean, he's such a good public speaker.
Right.
So he did
it's
a
just
great
an opportunity to honor, people
speech
I
and-
care about, man. I'm not gonna pass that
Yeah.
up,
Well, and plus an opportunity to, like, just in case she was thinking about saying no, like, in front of all those people, she's such a people pleaser.
We already knew, bro.
you. My family was like, "Oh, this gringo's amazing." They're all so happy. But when we got to the cruise, and I was like, "Oh, I'm engaged," the guys from the cruise were like, "Oh, you did it so she couldn't say no. She needs to come back to the cruise."
Gringo's thing was 70 shoots above their weight class. Yeah.
You're smart. You're smart, man.
He was like, "No, that's why they do it, because you can't go anywhere from
Right.
here."
A baseball game, something like that.
There's a pattern forming.
Let's wrap this up.
It was beautiful.
Thank you,
MO
Kurt.
Benefits.
MO Benefits Consultants.
yes.
Yes.
Go Google it. You can find it. It'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, they can email Nima.
Just email me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Or you're still Vortiz, right?
Yeah,
That's how
so-
you
Still
find
independent
you,
companies.
Vortiz.
Yeah,
partnering.
Vortiz
Yeah.
Insurance is partnered with
But
MO.
both of us.
you get some juice on whatever he makes now,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Like you've attached him to
I
your
mean,
brand.
it's a partnership, right?
It's a marriage, man. I mean,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
it's happy wife, happy life, bro.
Was his is mine and was mine is mine.
Honestly, neither of you is very driven by like having the super big house. You just want to have freedom and love,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
happy
and
like,
travel.
people. Yeah.
Yes. And
All
go around the world. Yes.
I love it.
Thanks, Kurt.
Cheers.
Really appreciate it.
Hope you enjoyed it.
I'm so happy
Thank
to be on
you.
this podcast,
This
man.
was awesome.